Hello Leos, this is your astrology forecast for May of 2014. Also applies if you're Leo rising and Leo moon. So the first thing to share with you about this month is that on May the 3rd, Venus changes sign, goes out of Pisces and into Aries and moves into your 9th house, thereby joining Uranus. Well, Venus rules your finances and also your love. So, with it being in the 9th house here, this could bring a sudden love coming to you from another country, another culture, another place. Or you may meet somebody on a travel that is a wonderful love interest. And it could be just somebody that you meet suddenly. Uranus here happens suddenly, when you're least expecting it, maybe when you've given up about meeting somebody interesting. This could be a romance, or it could be a friendship, or having somebody on the same wavelength as you. This Venus and Uranus, it hits the Uranus exactly between May the 15th and 16th. Only happens once a year that Venus actually crosses Uranus. So it's happening this month for you Leos, with Venus going into a fire sign for you that's trine to your sun. It's making a very beneficial aspect to your sun. So this should be very positive, maybe for doing some business overseas, for doing some business with people internationally, for teaching, for learning, for doing any kind of higher education, and also for meeting somebody special. But you're going to have like bolts of information coming to you. Information just, wow, I never thought of that. So real inspirational information coming to you, especially with the aspect joining Uranus. Now on the 9th of the month, we've got Mercury changing sign, Mercury going into its own sign of Gemini, into its ruler, which again will be good for you. It's moving into what we call a complementary sign to yours. Fire and air go very well together. They combust, they excite one another. So Mercury into your 11th house, Leos. This is a wonderful time for connecting up with all kinds of people. For connecting up with people from different countries, different places, different communities. It's a wonderful time for getting your voice heard. And it's also a good time for thinking about your goals and your dreams. Really, Mercury is your thinking energy. Thinking about them. What is it you want to create for yourself, for your family, the people close to you, and maybe the wider world. The 11th house rules the wider world. We're in such a transitional phase. Where do you feel you fit into that? This Mercury energy is going to help you. Mercury in Gemini is busy. So I'm expecting you to be very busy, busy, busy. There's going to be a lot going on. And you may decide that you want to study something new. That also could be a feature of this Mercury. And it's also a very good time for teaching and training others. So either going on seminars yourself or training others and getting the message out there. Now on May 10th and 11th we have this Venus making an exact opposition to Mars from your 9th to your 3rd houses. Now Venus and Mars can be a sudden infatuation with someone, a sudden attraction. With it being your 3rd and 9th house, this again, as I said, could be a foreigner, somebody from overseas. But also it could be a new idea, some idea that really turns you on. That's got money-making potential, that's going to help people, it's got a lot of things going for it. That too could be something that comes in at this time. Now on May the 14th we've got a full moon, a very, very powerful full moon in sexy Scorpio, falling along with Saturn in your 4th house. Now Scorpio is one of the most intense signs of the zodiac. And when the moon is full in this sign, it shines a light on all the things that have been hidden, all the things that have been suppressed, held down. Whoosh! It's like it explodes out. So for you, it's in your 4th house. So anything connected with home, maybe family, your environment, there's probably going to be some changes there. If they've not already started, they're likely to start with this full moon. There could be a lot of emotions swirling around, connected with family and childhood and past, because the fourth house also rules your past as well. Some healing to be done there. The Saturn will enable you to find a structure to bring some healing into this area. And with the full moon there very well could be a move. You could be planning a move, or maybe even moving your furniture, moving rooms, but change is happening in your environment and your home. And on the 20th of the month, this is the big news. The big news is that on the 20th we have Mars. Finally, planet of energy, power, passion, action, goes forward, comes out of its retrograde, goes forward from the 20th of the month in your third house. So things that have been stuck or kind of going there and back, they can move forward now. So if you've had some stuckness in some communications, which you may well have had, or maybe some transport or something connected with travel in some way, it should free up now. It should be much easier now that that Mars energy is helping you and it's going in a forward momentum. It's also going to help you be able to communicate more clearly, get your point across more clearly, more easily, and a very good time as well for networking and really spreading yourself out there. A great time for that, Leos. Now on May the 22nd, we've got the Sun going into Gemini, joining the Mercury in your 11th house. So this focus here in your 11th house this month, which is the house of dreams and wishes. Think about your dreams, your wishes, your goals. What is it that you're wanting? And also, how are you? This is a good time for connecting and working in teams, for motivating people, for getting people together and supercharged and inspired on a joint purpose, something that you can work with others. And it would also be a very good time for friendships, for renewing old friendships, for starting new friendships, and maybe just starting a whole new circle of friends. And finally, on May the 28th, we have a new moon, completely different from this intense, couldn't be more opposite, from this intense Scorpio emotional moon to a very light-hearted, playful, fun new moon in Gemini, also joining the Sun and Mercury in your 11th house of dreams and wishes. This is a time for lightness, for pleasure, for looking at the things in your life, for looking at what you're happy with, looking at what you're grateful for bringing some joy, some humour. If you can't find much humour, then watch funny movies. Do something that brings the lightness back into your life. We need some lightness. We're living in some quite serious times, but amidst the seriousness, there's always time for fun. There's always time for enjoyment. And the new moon in Gemini is a bit of a prankster, might play a few little practical jokes, but have some fun with it and enjoy and share with friends. So there you have it, my dear Leos. I wish you a great month. Thank you for listening, subscribing, sharing. I appreciate it greatly. Bye for now.